Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat.com English News. I am Ayman Umar. Due to the continuous heavy rainfall in the Telangana region, the water levels in the state reservoirs have increased significantly. It has led to the opening of the gates of many reservoirs to release the excess water. According to the Hyderabad Metro Water Supply and Sewerage Board officials, the water levels at the Himayat Sagar Dam reached 1763 level feet. Similarly, the water levels at the Usman Sagar Reservoir level has reached 1790 feet. Some gates of the reservoirs were lifted to release the excess water. As a result of the continuous release of the water from both the dams, the Musi River is flowing with clean and pure water. Meanwhile, the Home Ministry and irrigation officials have shifted the people residing in the colonies and slums near the Musi River to an alternate location. The state government officials have also cautioned the public not to go near or enter the Musi River. Owing to water stagnation as a result of heavy rains, the Telangana Public Health and Family Welfare Department here on 20th of September has issued orders to conduct health camps in areas affected by fevers. The order was passed in a bid to contain water and vector-borne diseases. The Public Health Department Director Dr. G. Srinivasa Rao has ordered that no medical officer can sanction any kind of leave to his or her staff without his prior permission. All medical officers and other nursing and paramedical staff have been accordingly directed to be available in their headquarters and make their visits in their jurisdiction. Departmental staff have been asked to take necessary precautionary and preventive measures to control viral fevers and vector-borne diseases. The Health Department instructed that the district medical and health officers are mandated to conduct fever surveys at regular intervals and set up health camps in fever-affected areas of their districts. The state government's newly launched Medicine from the Sky drone project came handy for a 16-month-old baby who could receive medical aid in spite of heavy downpour in Kurti village of Kamareddy district a day earlier on 27th of September. On that day, the baby was reportedly suffering from abdominal pain and fever. A medical officer, Dr. Shiva Kumar, examined the little patient on a video call. The local health staff reported the case to the Kamareddy collector's office and sought permission to deploy a medicine delivery drone. According to a report from the News India Express, at around 4 pm, the local health department deployed a drone across the raging Manjira River due to rains caused by the cyclone Gulab. It has to be noted that the Telangana government's Medicine from the Sky initiative was launched on 11th of September to deliver medicines to remote areas using drones. The project is the first of its kind in India, as it is the first organized drone trials in the country, and the same is being done in the healthcare as a domain. A father was allegedly killed by his son due to the personal differences under the Tappa Chaputra police station limits. The victim, Ali Hussain Khan, 67-year-old, a resident of Talim Amlapur, was bludgeoned to death by his eldest son Amjad Ali Khan. Ali Hussain has reportedly insulted his son Amjad in front of other family members during the settlement of family issues. The son felt humiliated and bore a grudge against him. Amjad targeted his father in the wee hours of Monday by hitting on the head and on legs with an iron rod. Hussain was grievously injured upon being shifted to a nearby private hospital, and while undergoing treatment, he succumbed to the injuries. The dead body was shifted to Osmania General Hospital for conducting post-mortem, and the accused has been taken into custody. India reported less than 20,000 COVID-19 cases for the third straight day, recording 18,870 new cases in the last 24 hours and taking the total case load to 3,37,16,451 according to the Union Health Ministry data on Wednesday. India had reported 18,795 new cases on Tuesday and 19,859 cases on Monday. With 378 deaths reported in the last 24 hours, India's cumulative COVID-related fatalities has risen to 4,47,751 till Wednesday morning. Accordingly, the country's active caseload has further dropped to 2,82,520. Maharashtra, which has the second highest daily COVID cases after Kerala, had registered 2,844 cases on Tuesday. The Indian American Muslim Council condemned the violent eviction drive that began on 20th of September in Assam, which was aimed at driving mainly Bengali speaking Muslims out of their homes. Nearly 800 Muslim families were evicted in the drive, and 4 illegally constructed religious structures were demolished. The raid occurred despite the fact that 246 people had filed a petition for a stay, and a hearing scheduled for Tuesday has been deferred. The council discussed videos of the incident show police firing at civilians as they had hid behind trees and huts, with 2 people confirmed dead from the gunfire. One of the victims was Sheikh Farid, a 12-year-old boy. The other victim, Mominul Haq, was shot in the chest and beaten to death with sticks. Even after Haq's death, a photographer on the scene was filmed repeatedly kicking and jumping on his body. His wife, children, and parents have lost both their home and the only breadwinner of their family. The General President of the Affairs of the Grand Mosque and the Prophet Mosque, Sheikh Abdul Rahman bin Abdul Aziz Al Sudais, on Monday inaugurated the radio broadcast of lessons and sermons of the Makkah Grand Mosque through the Manarat Al Haramain platform in many international languages. Dr. Al Sudais stressed that the launch of the live broadcast of lessons and speeches comes as a continuation of the plans and the digital programs that the presidency is working on implementing. The aim is to serve those wishing to benefit from the services provided in the 2 holy mosques. He added that the presidency seeks, through its various services, to meet the wishes of the beneficiaries around the world. The Saudi Ministry of Hajj and Umrah has revealed that 10 million pilgrims have been able to perform Umrah since the launch of the Safe Umrah model and the gradual return of Umrah prayers and visits. Malayalam actor Asif Ali is the latest Indian personality to be honored with a United Arab Emirates Golden Visa. Asif and his family has been granted a 10-year Golden Visa at a ceremony at the Dubai Residence and Immigration Department headquarters on Monday. Ali took to Instagram and expressed his gratitude to Dubai government for awarding him the Golden Visa. He also said that he has always admired the way the country has blossomed and now feels even more connected to the United Arab Emirates. Asif Ali joined the list of actors like Mammootty, Mohanlal, Naila Usha, Mithun Ramesh, Tovino Thomas, Prithvi Raj, Dulquer Salman, and Asha Sharath from the Malayalam community to receive a Golden Visa. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.